Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Pushing Polygons. Today we're going to be talking about Last of Us Part 1 remaster, remake. I don't know, it's the new game, well, not so new, that Sony is bringing out for the PlayStation 5. But before we get into that, guys, I want to thank you for helping me hit 250 subscribers. I'd like to keep that train rolling. By the end of the year, I'd like to hit 500. And how you can help me out is by liking these videos and letting me know in the comments below, as I would like to expand some of my PlayStation coverage, what you would like to see from the past, the present, and the future of PlayStation in terms of the content. So you can do that by, of course, clicking the like button, letting me know in the comments below. And if you like the videos, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Again, it's really appreciated. And with that being said, let's go ahead and let's really get into the meat of this remaster. Sony and Naughty Dawg released The Last of Us Part 1 in 2013, right before the launch of the PlayStation 4. Now, once the PlayStation 4 came around, there were rumors that The Last of Us Part 1 was going to get remastered, which led to this game here. Now, The Last of Us Part 1 being remastered for the PlayStation 4 was to give it a little bit of an extra oomph, as the PlayStation 4 hardware was significantly better than the PlayStation 3, although underpowered at the time. Well, when the PlayStation 4 version of the game came around, Sony was charging full price for it. Fast forward another 8 years, and we have the announcement of this game, The Last of Us Remaster. Well, they're going to release it for the PlayStation 5. And let me say, this is the most blatant cash grab that Sony has made in quite some time. Sony has come out, they've made decisions, and thankfully they've walked them back. However, they've put out this game now twice already. They are cutting multiplayer out of the PS5 release so that they can release their multiplayer game sometime in 2023, 2024. And they want full price for the game. Yeah, the game might look a little bit better, but you can pick up this game for $9.99 currently at game stores. There is no need to do a full-on remaster. Yeah, now, some might say, hey, they could have reworked it, they could have added some extra levels, and they probably included the DualShock, or not the DualShock, excuse me, the DualSense triggers and the more advanced haptic, and that does take some work. But being that a lot of the game is already there and it doesn't necessarily need to be a full-blown on project, for Sony to charge $69.99 and then to even have the hubris to go about and say, hey, we're going to do another special edition for this game and we're going to charge $99.99. Now, I can't unfortunately find the box, but I do have the PS3 version that was the limited collector's edition at the time. Like, it was one of the first boxes that came that was like, you know, this huge. I mean, it was about that thick, and it was ginormous. Let's put it this way: I think the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild collector's edition definitely was taking notes when The Last of Us was released. And with them cutting a multiplayer feature, with it really only being a graphical upgrade, with the game already being released twice, it's $70 for a Sony game. Now, you know, with inflation, I have said that, you know, $70 unfortunately is the new $60. But to do that with a game that has come out before, that people have experienced before, and yes, it's been 8, 9, maybe 10 years at the max that the game has come out. You know, a whole new generation has come up or is about ready to experience The Last of Us. And, you know, for those that are just reaching that age and might get it on a PlayStation 5, I think it's a worthwhile release. But I also think that with the fact that the PS5 is backwards compatible with the PS4, there was really no need to do this. I feel like that they could have gone in and they could have re-engineered that base code to make an update if they wanted to do a lot of the DualSense additions. I mean, maybe they couldn't, maybe they had to rebuild it from the ground up for DualSense. But this seems to be something that they're trying to do to maybe attract the casual gamer, because we do know that the Last of Us TV show is coming. We do know it's going to be on HBO Max, and maybe they want a product out there so if somebody is interested in the world, they can go back and play the game. But if the show is going to be telling the story of the first game or is going to be centered around that, then really what is the point of re-releasing the first game? I don't get it. I think that Naughty Dawg has been wasting their time, or hopefully it was a small group, to redo this game. Now, I'm not going to comment on the quality of the game. All I will say is The Last of Us is a very, very brutal game. It's one of the toughest I can say that I have played in quite some many years. And, you know, and this is even looking at games like Elden Ring. I have never been more frustrated than I was with The Last of Us. And although I have part 2, I haven't even attempted to play part 2. So maybe this game isn't necessarily the game for me, and maybe I'm a little biased, but I really do think that $70 charging everybody is definitely not the way for Sony to go. Jim Ryan, Herman Hulst, and the team at Naughty Dawg really should get together and think about what they're going to do. You know, if Sony were to come back and say, okay, we're gonna walk this back a little bit, maybe not $70, maybe we'll charge $50, so $49.99. It would be an easier pill to swallow. Again, most of the work was already done, at least in my estimation, it was already done. They changed the way Joel looked a little bit, and they made stuff prettier. But to my understanding, this game is pretty much Last of Us Remastered. So what do you guys think? Would you be willing to pay $70 for a game that came out 9 years ago that you can still get for the PS5 today for $9.99? Or do you think that Sony has really stepped too far? Let me know in the comments below, along with what I said earlier. Guys, I want to thank you again for watching. I appreciate all of you. All I gotta say to this Last of Us Part 1 remastered remake, hit the road, Jack. Get out of here. We don't want you. Anyway, hope you guys are taking care of each other out there, and I will see you in the next video.